On either side the river lie long fields of barley and of rye, that clothe the wold and meet the sky, and through the field the road runs by to many-towered Camelot.
And up and down the people go, gazing where the lilies blow, round an island there below, the island of Shalott.
This term we have been studying the poem The Lady of Shalott. It was written in 1842 by Alfred Lord Tennyson. It tells the story of a young lady who was trapped in a tower on an island. It has been an enjoyable poem. It is written with a total of 4 parts and 19 stanzas. And because it is such a long poem, we get more insight about the lady's life. It is like a big mystery.
The Lady of Shalott is a poem about a lady isolated in a tower. Because of an unexplained curse, the only way she can observe the world is through the reflections in a mirror.
The lady doesn't know what the curse shall do to her, but she does know if she looks directly through the window to the comings and goings of everyday life beyond her isolation, the curse will come upon her.
I think this poem describes the sorrows and loneliness of the lady and how she longs to see the outside world in its full glory rather than through reflections in a mirror.
She lives a quiet life, as she is only able to see the world beyond her tower through the mirror. She spends her days weaving tapestries of what she sees of the outside world. We learn that she dislikes her quiet lifestyle.
While learning the poem The Lady of Shalott, we explored some of the famous artwork associated with it, especially the 3 paintings that were created by John William Waterhouse.
The earliest of these is The Lady of Shalott, painted in 1888. This piece of art shows the lady sitting in a boat looking devastated. She has finally left the tower. A lifetime of looking at reflections of real life has led her to this point.
Another painting by the artist is titled I Am Half Sick of Shadows, said the Lady of Shalott. Here we see the lady resting after she has stopped weaving. Through the reflections in her mirror, we see a young couple walking past the tower.
The lady longs for love. We hear her voice exclaim that she is sick of shadows. She wants to see real people and to experience the real world.
The final painting we examined is called The Lady of Shalott looking at Lancelot. This piece of artwork shows the lady covered in thread while looking straight out of the window at Sir Lancelot. She wants him and the life he has. In this moment we see she has decided to break free from her isolation regardless of what the outcome might be.
The Lady of Shalott spends each day weaving a tapestry of everything she sees in the mirror, which keeps her relatively happy. But she says, I am half sick of shadows, which indicates that she is sad and lonely. We wondered what she was thinking whenever she left the tower, so let's find out.
I was a Lady of Shalott. I lived in a tower in the island of Shalott. I weaved tapestries all day. I couldn't watch the world go by through a window, only through a mirror. I also couldn't leave my tower. I stayed inside without any interaction. All I thought though was about the outside world, the people going by in their everyday lives. A curse would come upon me if I looked straight through the window.
When I saw how majestic Sir Lancelot looked as he rode his horse, something snapped. I've been here my whole life not being able to look through my window. Now, however, I'm not afraid anymore. I'm leaving. I'm tired of living without any interactions and not having a life. My life is miserable here. Nobody even knows I exist.
I was known as the Lady of Shalott, but my life was miserable. I could not leave the castle for I was cursed, and if I looked to Camelot, the curse would come upon me. Do I know the curse? No. I was tired of staying alone in a tower, so as I saw at night, I left my prison. What would happen next? I did not know. If I die, may my legacy live on.
A bow shot from her bower eaves, he rode between the barley sheaves. The sun came dazzling through the leaves, and flamed upon the brazen greaves of bold Sir Lancelot. A red-crossed knight forever kneeled to a lady in his shield, that sparkled on the yellow field beside remote Shalott.
Part 3 of the poem has a special way of introducing and describing Sir Lancelot. He has bright armour that glitters in the sun. He's riding on a war horse, unlike your stereotypical medieval warrior. I have a feeling that the way he impacted the Lady of Shalott is just a spark in her heart. It's that she sees that he is free without a curse. She wants to be free like him, and she can't leave the tower because of the curse. She is trapped for eternity.
This poem is very interesting and mysterious. I have so many questions that I would like to ask if I got to meet the Lady of Shalott. If I met her, I would ask the lady, how did you get in the tower? How did you get the curse? How did you get food? How did it feel when you were alone in the tower? Do you have any family? Do you remember anything from outside of the tower?
After spending the last while reading this poem, there are many thoughts I have about it. This writing style is one of my favorites, and I'd love to see more of it in modern poetry. I love the lady's character, how the first words we hear are, "I'm half sick of shadows." It feels like a break from the overplayed, extra, funny people that are so promoted in Western media nowadays. She is a mellow, lonely character who spends her days weaving her everlasting tapestry. Something about it is relaxing to me. My personal favorite part of this poem is the second part, not only because it is the first form of dialogue in the poem, but the way the lady's surroundings are described makes me more invested in it. Also, the first stanza describes her life, while the last one describes her emotion. It's as if the first and last stanzas correlate in some way. This poem is one of the most descriptive, well-written poems I've ever read, and although to some it could be considered too long to read, I feel that the length is needed for the poem's development.
I think that tragedy is a very challenging way to end this poem because younger people would not really like that. People who are very sensitive would not value this poem very highly. The way people always expect poems and fairy tales to go is with the happy ending, and the Lady of Shalott is not a very good example. Instead, it is an unquestionable display of tragedy.